Tonight's Campfire Conversation is the company that failed because its product was too good, the rise and fall of Tupperware, and this is one of those stories where success quietly turns into a long-term problem. The story begins in the late 1930s when an American inventor named Earl Tupper developed a plastic container that was nearly indestructible. It didn't crack easily, it didn't leak, it didn't wear out, and when sealed properly, it kept food fresh far better than anything else on the market. After World War II, those containers became the foundation of what we now know as Tupperware. In the 1950s, the company exploded in popularity thanks to a brilliant marketing idea, the Tupperware Party. Products weren't sold in stores. They were demonstrated in living rooms, at kitchen tables, by friends and neighbors. Millions of households bought complete sets. And that was the beginning of the problem. Because Tupperware didn't just work well, it worked too well. Families bought a set once, and then never needed to replace it. Mothers passed containers to daughters. Grandmothers handed them down to grandchildren. People are still using bowls they bought in the 1970s, and somehow they still seal. Although, let's be honest, the containers may last forever, but the lids, those vanish into some kind of parallel universe. Every household has a drawer filled with perfectly good Tupperware containers and a completely different drawer full of lids that absolutely do not match. Which is why, frankly, when you first buy them, you should label them. A letter, a number, something. Because 50 years later, you're still standing there asking yourself which lid belongs to which bowl. For decades, Tupperware survived on new customers alone. But eventually, the world changed. Home parties faded, online shopping took over, cheaper plastic containers flooded the market, the pandemic demand surge ended. Costs for plastic, labor, and shipping rose sharply. And no matter how many redesigns or discounts the company tried, there was one problem they couldn't solve. People already owned what they needed. In 2024, Tupperware brands filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The company reported hundreds of millions in assets and billions in debt. Nearly a century of business history was forced into restructuring, not because the product was bad, but because it was too durable for its own business model. Competitors sold weaker containers that cracked, warped, or wore out, and customers replaced them every few years. Tupperware customers didn't. They just kept using the same ones, mismatched lids and all. It's a reminder that durability is a double-edged sword. In a world built on replacement cycles, making something that lasts forever can quietly undermine the company that created it. That's tonight's Campfire Conversation. I'm Christy, and if you've ever opened a cabinet full of containers with no matching lids, you already understand this story better than any business textbook ever could. I'll see you next time.